Hey all, Chachner here, and welcome back to another video. This is back to Civ Wars, so this is another Civ Wars game. Civ Wars is a basically tournament played between Chachner and Chobarba, and it's just a 1v1 tournament where Chobarba and I play as different civs on the Arabia map, and it's basically a bunch of best of 3 games played on a bracket to see which civ would come out on top. So if you want to see the bracket or learn more about Civ Wars, you can go ahead and click on the description in the link below, and that will take you there. And basically this is the last game for round 1. After this game we will be on round 2. Yeah, I know, sorry guys, it's been a while. I know at the end of last semester, Chihuahua and I both had finals. I know I had a really rough semester, so really wasn't going to get much games in. Over Christmas break, we wanted to get a bunch in, but that didn't really happen. I was sick, plus I was on vacation away, then I came back, and anyway, so we're back in college. I have an extremely light semester. I just have 1 class this semester till I graduate, so pretty awesome there. And Chobarba, I'm not really sure how many he's taking, but he's got a big gap in his classes, so we've been playing some games then. So both of us are still pretty rusty, trying to work on getting better, but we figured we need to start casting games eventually, so went ahead and played this one. This is a matchup between the Byzantines and the Magyars. I will be over here in the west playing as the Byzantines. Go ahead and check them out real quick. Byzantines are defensive civ. Buildings have extra hit points as they move up in the ages. Camels, skirmishers, pikemen are minus 25%, so they have that cheap trash. Fire ships have plus 20 attack, and they advance to the Imperial Age is minus 33%. Resources, Town Watch is free. Unique units, the Cataphract. Unique tech is Greek Fire, plus 1 range on fire ships. And they also get Logistica, like usual, which gives the Cataphracts Chample damage, which basically is an area of attack. And the team bonus, monks have plus 50 heal. They have pretty good archers, they get all the upgrades for them. Their skirmishers, being really cheap, are also great. If you wind up getting into a trash war, you can spam trash all day. Same with their halberdier. Their camels are also 25% cheaper, so that's pretty nice. You can go ahead and see their 41 food and 45 gold. I mean, a pikeman's just 26 food, 19 wood, and a skirmisher is 19 food and 26 wood, so that's pretty ridiculously cheap if you think about it. Their cavalry is not the best because they miss bloodlines. They're also missing the last attack upgrade. Monastery is decent. Cataphracts are fantastic, however they are pretty expensive. If you get Logistica, 1,000 food, 600 gold, and the Elite Cataphract is 1,600 food and 800 gold. So right there you're looking at 1,400 gold and 2,600 food, so that's a pretty ridiculous amount of resources. It's way more than a paladin. And they are missing Blast Furnace. But the nice thing about the Cataphract is that they get an attack bonus against infantry, which means that they cleave through pikemen pretty darn easily. Things Cataphracts aren't great against are things with high piercing, or like archers, scorpions. They're not great against. Should be better off going for their paladins. However, Byzantines do get the 2nd worst paladins in the game, I think, next to the Celts. The Celts get the worst. So if you are going to go their paladin line, just be wary of that. But paladins are definitely an option for them. They're still paladins, still pretty beefy, just not as beefy as others. Chobarba playing as the Magyars, a forgotten civ. We check out Magyars here. Villagers kill wolves with 1 strike, which is pretty handy. They also get Forge and Iron Casting, Blast Furnace for free once they have Blacksmith. Scout Cavalry, Light Cavalry, and Hussars cost minus 10%. And their unique unit is the Magyar Hussar, which is basically a glorified light cavalry unit. Unique tech makes Magyar Hussars cost no gold, versus 10 gold. And Recurve Bowl gives cavalry archers plus 1 range, and their team bonus is foot archers have plus 2 line of sight, They're pretty much kind of like glorified Huns, I think. Their cavalry archers are expensive, but they get all the upgrades from them. Plus that, they also get that +1 range. Their cavalry line is excellent. They do get the champion halberdier. Their docks are pretty darn good. And they also get that hussar, so that better light cavalry. They are missing the siege ram, so that kind of hurts them. And they're missing plate mail armor, but they do get all the upgrades for their cavalry archers, which is fantastic. Plus they get that +1 range, like I said, as well. And they also get all their attack upgrades for cavalry and infantry for free. So that's kind of a big deal. So if you want to go for a scout rush with them, you're going to have that extra attack. You'll be able to kill villagers easier. Plus, you're going to have the benefit of scouts costing -10% resources. So definitely a pretty good civ. They get fully upgraded paladins, so their paladins are on par with the Spanish. And going knights with them in Castle Age, again, you're gonna have that. You're already gonna have the +2 attack early on, because you'll probably have a blacksmith. So basically, right at basically right at the start, you're gonna have your knights are going to be pretty darn good for being Castle Age knights. So Chobarba here on a pretty standard start. Let's go ahead and check out his map. He's over here in the north, kind of northeast area. He has this wood in the back, which is pretty nice for him. A nice big pile here that he can move to early. Later on, I mean. Going for his boiler right now. He does have this pond over here, which is really just annoying. There's really he can't really chop these trees, but he could wall this off here and secure quite a bit of land. Berries are on the front, that's a little annoying. Gold is also on the front, that's annoying as well. And these deer are a little far. He could lure them. He could push them with his scout and lure them into his town center for a little bit extra food if he wanted. Or he could mill them. There's 4 of them over here. Looks like Chobarba lost his scout here early on to this town center. And let's see, secondary gold off here to the side, and his other secondary gold is way up here, almost halfway to my base, so that's not helpful for him either. And looks like I ran right into that town center as well. Slow reaction. This was a lot of lag in this, and you can see I just literally ran right into there. Didn't have much time to react to that, so it's a little unfortunate. But both of us are even. We both lost our scouts. Going to be a little more annoying for Chobarba, probably wanting to go in for a scout rush playing as the Magyars. And anyway, over here in the south, west kind of, we have Chachner playing as the Byzantines. And looks like going to be pretty late getting in that second boiler. That's not ideal. Byzantines are pretty. I really like the Byzantines. They're actually one of my favorite civs. I really like the fact that they're. Oh gosh. Yeah, this is when you have villagers on crack or whatever, killing a sheep. And unfortunately, it looks like I'm going to lose another villager to that boar, so you can see I'm a little disappointed by that, but hey, what are you going to do? Welcome to Age of Empires where crap happens. So, not a good boar lure at all, and I'm also going to be a villager behind Chobarba, I think. I don't think Chobarba lost a villager. Nope, doesn't look like he did. Although he does have 2 sheep killed under here at the same time. That's not efficient at all, so it's a little unfortunate for him. So, like I said, both of us not really at our prime at all. But, hey, you know, if we're both rusty, we should still be pretty even. And, yeah, I mean, we actually are pretty even. So, Byzantines, like I said, they have that cheaper trash. Really enjoy them. They're one of my favorite civs. I love the cataphract. You probably won't ever see it in a 1v1 though, as they are so expensive, and gold is such a kind of rarity in a 1v1, so not gonna see them that much. They can definitely go knights. Archer line is very good, so they can go archers as well. Byzantines can kind of do a little bit of everything. They have gunpowder, they have hand cannoneers, they have cannons. So Byzantines pretty high-tech civ. And it's not uncommon to see them go for kind of a fast. I've seen it before where someone goes to a fast Imperial Age, and the Imperial Age being -33%, they can do that kind of easily, and they can go ahead and start making gunpowder units, which gunpowder units are pretty tough for Castle Age civs to stop. Castle Age units to stop. So, yeah, hand cannon is a pretty darn good unit on its own. You can see here I built this mill to go for these deer and also going for these shorefish a little bit. Shorefish are the fastest gathering food in the game, so if you ever get an option to go to that, you can. Probably never really will have an option in an Arabia game, but I figured since I had these deer nearby, I could anyway. Usually playing as the I clicked up, by the way. Let's see what Chobarba did. Chobarba also clicked up on 21 pop. I clicked up on 22. I meant to click up on 21, but I forgot my scout was dead. So it looks like Chobarba remembered. Chobarba going for a pretty standard scout build, it looks like, and playing as a Magyars, that doesn't make sense. Anyway, usually playing as Byzantines in a 1v1, I'd go for a lot of skirmishers because they do get them for 25% less. But being as the fact I know I'm playing against the Magyars, I know Chobarba is going to be going for scouts, which he is. So I'm going to go for more of a archer build, and probably should make a lot of pikemen too. But we'll see what happens. Looks like I ran into 2 villagers. I tried to tell him to go away, but this guy, he just wanted to fight. I told him to go away twice, so I'm kind of flinched there earlier. And then I told him to go away a second time, and he decided he's going to go and take that like a man. So, unfortunately for me, losing a villager, but you know, like I said, bad things happen. You can see I built this lumber camp at a terrible spot. I don't think I talked about my map yet. I probably should have restarted this one. I do get a restart within 4 minutes, but hey y'all, sorry about that. Kind of, the game crashed there for a little bit, so I had to reload it. Anyway, you can see I've sat here and I've made these spears in advance. I know Chobarba is going to be coming in here with scouts in a little bit, trying to protect some vulnerable spots. These wood choppers are so far away, and as I was saying, these chopping down these oases is terribly inefficient. I should really build a new lumber camp as soon as I can, but I need to get I want to get an archery range out first so I can keep pumping out those archers. You can see I started putting too many villagers on gold too early. You want 7 for full villager or full archer production from 2 ranges, and you see I'm working on putting 8 over there. I mean, it's really choppy. It's a little better. So now I'm gonna have 8, and I'm already having a stockpile of gold. So that's really bad, and looks like I realized it. So I moved a villager over to wood and getting another range out, and I should build another lumber camp here eventually. Chobarba did go for these deer, so he's going to get a nice little food bonus from there. Although he has 6 villagers getting these deer, that's kind of a lot. But he's keeping himself from having to get too many farms out too early. Here his scouts, you can see they have already had that +1 attack. Well, +3 because they get +2 just for being in the feudal age. They're going to come in right here, and they should be able to clean this pikeman up pretty well with just a little bit of micro. He has 5 scouts now coming on 6, and he can keep making them all day. He needs to get some more farms up though because he has added deer, and he's also on berries. So here they come. There's that spear chasing them, and I've noticed now, and I'm not going to get a scout, and these villagers are really in a bad spot. Need to send another spearman. I have my archers coming over there, and really not in a good spot. He already got 1 villager. Looks like 2 villagers, and hasn't lost a scout yet. So there's a spearman coming. These villagers doing alright, and David could probably pick that villager if he really wanted to. So 2 villagers for, I think it was 2 villagers. 2 villagers for 3 scouts now. It's not the worst trade in the world. And Chobarba just kind of run right in here, and you know he found that weak villager. Did he find that weak villager? I guess not. So, gonna lose another scout here. Bad micro from Chobarba. So that wasn't the worst trade here for me. Although that wasn't the best either. It did disrupt the wood line. I know I'm not really a fan of trading a scout for a villager, but yeah, I'm kind of go either way. I'm going for these deer, went for these swordfish, now going for the deer. And Chobarba has quite a bit of food. He stopped making scouts. No, he's going to start making a few more. Going for archers. Looks like he's going to transition to archers, but he's got too many villagers on gold too early. He needed more wood. Looks like he wasn't able to get these ranges out fast enough. Chachner now on 2-range production here. And you can see way too much gold. I've been taking villagers off and moving them to other things. You can see I'm moving a bunch to wood right now. Probably build a lumber camp there eventually. Scouts coming forward, going to try to be nice and aggressive there with them. Going to run into this wolf, but you can see having them patrolled, they're just going to turn around and shoot it right away. So patrol your units, that's good. And yep, building a lumber camp. And you just see how inefficient this is. This is just terrible. First lumber camp should have gone here. And, well, actually, probably should have gone here. Here wouldn't have been a terrible spot. Gonna split these deer, that's kind of unfortunate. And, yeah, this eco is not really balanced at all. 50 pop for Chachinator. Chobarba is on 47, so pretty even there. Just the one, no, he does have 2 rangers. He builds other range way over there. These archers coming in, they were patrolled, so they were just gonna start shooting that. And here are the skirmishers with the +1, so +1 nice and early for Chobarba. That is the only upgrades he has so far. Chachinator doesn't even have a blacksmith yet, and building one right now, so probably going to see fletching as soon as that comes out. And eventually there's fletching, and Chobarba is just going to keep making skirms, it looks like. Still too much gold for Chachinator. Probably need to pull some off and go do something with them. Coming to this attack here. Gonna get 2 scouts. And looks like I'm gonna Chobarba stop making scouts, so he's starting to save up to go to the Castle Age. Gonna start conserving his food. Gonna lose another scout there for pretty much free. Just got a few whacks on these archers. These archers do have fletching now, but they really don't want to fight these skirmishers. And it looks like Chobarba's throwing a few archers in now. Yeah, I was gonna say he had the gold. And it's good to go for archers because you're not spending food. You can save it for Castle Age. 60 population for Chachinator. Chobarba's on 51, so Chobarba really kind of falling behind. And looks like I'm just going to come around here and try to find his wood line. And remember, I didn't have much scouting from my scout because he died early, but I can see that he's chopped wood there. I cannot see these farms, so I don't know those farms are there. So just going to come right along here, I think, and try to hit him. Chobarba probably playing a little too defensively. He is going to wall himself up nicely on these edges, but I came in the back, going to find a villager here, if I'm paying attention. And Chobarba's still up pretty nice and early. He will lose 1 villager, so that's good for me. Going to have more archers coming in on the front. Chobarba bringing his army back, so I could go in and do some damage. And really just trying to stay aggressive. Need to keep my archery ranges going, though. And Chobarba the same. And Chobarba has way too much wood. He could probably deal with another range and make more archers, or another stable maybe, and go knights when he gets Castle Age. Or he could just lay down a bunch more farms. So he's got too much wood right now. And these archers are going to get in this wood line again, and they're going to pick off another 2, maybe 3 villagers. Yeah, 3 villagers, so really good there. And they're going to disrupt his economy even more. So Chobarba now not going to be gathering wood, but luckily for him, he has a lot in the bank. Chobarba now having quite an idle eco. These archers don't want to fight these skirmishers, although if microed correctly, I could probably do a little better. Shooting at this lumber camp and just standing there is definitely not what I want to do at all. You can see I've lost 5 archers now. Gonna pick a villager real quick on my way out, and I'm gonna lose another archer as well. So not a good engagement for me, but I did kill quite a number of villagers. You can see Chobarba has a hole here between these houses. I mean, who would have think? A hole in Age of Empires, and oh, villager didn't quite get away. So gonna pick a villager off. And probably going to get another one off here too if I'm paying attention. But while I was doing that, I seem to have lost track of these guys who are just going to walk out right here. So Chobarba's kind of ticked, there's a hole there, but I guess now he knows. You always got to watch out for these oases having these holes and stuff like that. These archers going to need a GB here real quick. Chobarba up to Castle Age on 35%. Chachinator up on 37. So looks like pretty similar. Actually, I think Chobarba's a little ahead, or it's pretty much neck and neck. You can see I threw in 2 stables because Chobarba had these skirmishers. I was going to go knights and help me take care of them. I have a decent economy set up for that, and I'm going to keep making archers as well. I actually managed to chop a hole through here, wasn't paying attention, so this is now open, and I thought it was safe. You can see I was bringing my archers back to this hill to kind of help defend, as I thought I was all walled this way. But nope, have a big gaping hole here in the middle. Am I going to lose a villager? Maybe one. So yeah, I'm going to lose a villager here on the front, maybe some others. I got a lot of weak villagers here on the front from that scout raid earlier, and I'm not moving them. Although Chobarba was more focused on the military. These villagers really need a GB out of here, and they will run. And I'm going to move my wood camp somewhere a little safer. This is not a good place to be chopping. I'm going to pull that villager back. Looks like we're both mates Castle Age at pretty much the same time. And I have quite a bit of resources. I can make some knights here real quick. There's some knights, there's some archers, crossbow. Got the Broadkin arrow, got the bow saw upgrade coming in. Chobarba is going to have crossbow coming in. He's got fletching already, and I'm going to assume he get the wood chopping upgrade. He still has too much wood. He needs to drop 2 TCs real quick if that's what he wants to go for. That or maybe a siege workshop and go ahead and get really aggressive here. Crossbows coming out. Still quite a bit of skirmishers really to deal with, but I do have some knights that could come in and help with that. No upgrades on him. Chobarba running into a wall there. See if he's dropping down some TCs. Going for a nice and early wheelbarrow. It's not a bad time to get it. I know I don't get wheelbarrow for quite a bit longer. So good for him. This is a good engagement for me if I can kill these guys, although I could micro this a heck of a lot better. But he's going to lose 5 units for 1, 2 maybe. So that was pretty good engagement. These scouts now. These knights will do alright. I'm not sure where they're going. They just ran right past the army. And I need to pick these archers off with the crossbows. This is bad. This crossbow should have been going in. But the knights will be able to do some damage while they run. Chobarba needs to be shooting and running. He's going to pick off the weak knight. And again, with no upgrades on these knights, it's not going to be too hard for these crossbows to take them out. And so those 3 knights were killed pretty easily. And these crossbows are going to have to get back out of there. Looks like I had the +1 armor upgrade, +1 armor upgrade as well for Chobarba. Check out the town center situation, still on the 1. And could get another one up here pretty soon. Lots of villagers queued, and going to keep making crossbows. Let's see Chobarba. Still on just the 2 ranges. He's been spending his resources nicely though, and that's excellent for him. He's now building his 3rd town center. So, or building his 2nd, it will be his 3rd. So he's going to have a big eco advantage here in a little bit. And you can see his resources, he's spending them kind of nicely. He's making some knights. He has his archery rangers need to keep producing though, and he could also do with probably a university here pretty soon. He just spent a bunch of wood maybe on farms. And let's see, Chachinator. Not spending my resources as nicely. I have idle military buildings. I have too many villagers queued. Yeah, I just canceled a bunch of them. And now building another town center here in the back next to the wood. Chobarba gonna go ahead and camp that hill, and gonna go ahead and shoot these knights. I don't have ballistics, so I can dodge these guys pretty well. And if I wanted to micro this, I should have these knights run around while he shoots at them, and these guys can come in and kill them pretty easily. Chobarba. Still the same on upgrades. These knights are coming in. I thought they would make a bigger difference than what they are doing. This hill advantage is really pretty good for Chobarba, and he's microing it pretty well running back there. I felt like I had this, but these skirmishers soaked up a ton of damage, and I wasn't microing it well. I stopped watching, and you just see the advantage of it that the hill has, plus these skirmishers, and you see Chobarba just nice. Yeah, it was a really bad engagement there. I lost a lot more than he did. I lost 3 knights, several archers, and really should have abandoned that hill idea. Got a few archers back home, got a few knights. These knights gonna come back. Chobarba started attacking this house, so I know he's coming. If those 3 crossbows got over here to this gold mine, he could do quite a bit of damage. Way too many villagers on this gold. I should move him to a different gold mine, like this one. Building up my second, that's gonna be my second TC, so third. Looks like Chobarba now coming in, and let's see, does he have ballistics yet? He's got university, just now getting ballistics, so good timing. Not good timing, but he's going to get that decently early, at least before I do. So that'll be good for him, help him take out these knights, now with the +1. And my plan was originally to go camels, that's why I dropped these 2 stables, but he was going so many archers that camels would have been completely useless, and he wasn't really making knights. Although, I did see he had a few knights earlier, I'm not sure what happened to those knights, maybe that was them right there, they died. Chobarba trying to come forward with these villagers, probably to build some military buildings maybe. He needs to drop more ranges or something. He's got the wood. He needs to be spending that wood on something, building more farms so that he can get up to the Imperial Age a little quicker or something. So not the most balanced eco. There's another stable for him. Looks like he's going to want to go into knights. He only has the 1 stable currently. Chachinator, still making knights. Stop making crossbows. I don't know what that's all about. Going to keep villager production from just the 3 town centers and no university yet. So economy-wise, Chobarba is quite a bit ahead of me. See me trying to get some knights here in the back, trying to do some damage where I can. And I really need to do some damage, and I know this. I know I really need to do as much damage as I can because Chobarba is definitely ahead of me as far as economy goes. Chachinero on 96 pop, going to get house blocked, and Chobarba on 94, so it's actually pretty similar. Oh, it's not Vubli. I don't know if I can see. There's the military tab. You can see 25 radius units from Chobarba, 2 infantry, and for Chachinero 12 cavalry, 19 radius units. So if you do the math, you can tell that Chobarba has more villagers than I do and less military. By just a little bit. It's still actually a pretty even game, but he's had those villagers up longer, and this is kind of a bad engagement. Gonna lose some knights and some crossbows here for pretty much free. Also, these knights just getting shot here for free as well. I mean, it looks like they got 3 villagers, so not bad. And coming over here, if I come find this, which I haven't seen yet, but come find this, there's 3 villagers here for the picking, and 3 also there, so that'll be good to get. Chobarba now coming in with his military, though. He could clean this up, unless I cling to a hill. Chobarba gonna lose 3 villagers, maybe 4? No, I don't have ballistics yet. I really need ballistics. And I got the resources for it. Need a university up. I'm not even building one at this point. Not sure what that is. Maybe it's these guys running over here just getting chopped up. Rebuilding a mining camp. Trying to get that gold. And really need ballistics. And also, I completely forgot about Thumb Ring in this game, and that was really unfortunate. Chobarba, I'm gonna guess already has it. He definitely already has ballistics, so every fight we get into, if he micros and I don't, he should be able to wipe me out. Although he does have a numbers advantage, I am blocked off here. So these crossbows are going to die. So they did do some eco harassment, but I'm going to lose my entire army here, and that's really not good. This is good engagement for Chobarba here. He's just going to clean him up pretty good and see him microing it. He knows I don't have ballistics, and he killed that for pretty much nothing. Really good engagement, really good micro from him. Needs to get these villagers back to work, and gonna build houses nice and early before he gets housed. Starting to queue up his resources for Imperial Age, and he's now on 3 stables. He's gonna stop all production. I guess he's really waiting to go up to Imperial. Walled that off with stone. A market would be, there's a monk going for relics, but a market would be really good for him so that he could sell some wood and go up here a little earlier. Looks like he just queued up a whole bunch of villagers. These knights coming in, still with just the +1. Chobarba definitely has the upgrade advantage, and going for another archery range for Chachinero here. Have tons of gold now, not enough food, and playing as the Byzantines I could actually click up already, but I was missing the 2 buildings. Let's see me getting a market to help balance out my eco, and I need to build my military buildings. I think I remember that here in just a little bit. I try to click up and I can't do it. You see me getting housed again, so definitely not good. Chobarba kind of in a bad spot at the bottom of this hill. I still don't have ballistics, so he can just keep running from this. So really hurting me not having ballistics, for sure. And this engagement is not looking great either. Chobarba has the upgrades, and you see these upgrades just are so crucial. His knights are able to take so much more punishment than mine. And his knights kind of just waltz in here, and we're able to kill all my knights pretty easily, and these skirmishers are practically useless against them. Now I'm going to get some thumb ring, going to have ballistics and thumb ring, and going to start making a bunch of archers. I have way too many resources in the bank. Probably should make some... Probably knights at this point. Knights would be good. Chobarba is not doing anything, but he is going Imperial Age. He still has too much wood. A market would be great for him. There's his market, so I don't know if he's using it or not. You can see I just now started getting my monastery. There's my university, so I should be clicking up Imperial Age, I would think any second. There you go, already clicked up. But there's a whole lot of units here, and these villagers don't have a way to get out, so... trying to get some military buildings out so I can build some military, but unfortunately it's a little, kind of a little late. Should have had those military buildings up a lot sooner. Population-wise, you can see Chobarba has about 1,000 score lead. Chachner at 92, Chobarba at 109. So Chobarba really starting to take a commanding lead here. He has the upgrades and he's taking full advantage of that. He now has the +2 upgrade on his archers, and he's going to get right back in here into some of my eco and kill quite a few villagers. Some crossbows coming in to help deal with that. Deleting this wall so I could build something. Go back to gold maybe. And I have a hole here. I have a hole here too. Looks like Chobarba picked off 3 villagers here. Castle going up here on the front to help defend this gold. Putting on the hill would have been better. Chobarba now Imperial Age coming forward 2 siege workshops. Probably would have been better to already have those up, especially since he has the resources for it. Cavalier upgrade coming in right away, and looks like he's going straight for Cavalier. No more archers. Building a bunch more stables. Again, probably should have had those already up. And you can see now he already has the free attack upgrade. So that already came in, and he's probably going to get the armor upgrade here pretty soon. I heard him picking up some relics. Chobarba's already going for the relics. And that castle did not go up. And see Chachner now kind of scrambling to get some military out. Gonna throw spearmen up there. Kind of really anything to help stop this. At this point, though, I still wasn't really sure what he was going for. I didn't know if he's going for more archers or knights, but he's definitely going for knights. And now I'm in the Imperial Age, but I really can't do much with this Imperial Age upgrade as I don't have the resources or I don't have the gold. And I'm not spending it that well. These crossbowmen are still alive, still being a real pain, and looks like they're going to die here. It looks like they killed way more villagers than they ever really should have. There's a Cavalier upgrade coming in for Chobarba. These guys are way more meaty. They also have the armor upgrade still, and I don't have Arbalast coming in or anything. Need to sell some food, try to do something. Going for camels, but it's a little late. Need more stables if I want to go for them. Pikemen would be good. Probably throw up a few more barracks. For what I have, pikemen would be okay, but really not looking good at all. Chobarba coming in, he now has capped rams. He has quite a few Cavalier. He has a huge eco lead here, and he's got way more military buildings, so he's just going to keep pouring these guys out. 143 pop. His score continues to climb up, and 145 pop to now 88. Really not looking good. And looks like Chobarba is going to go ahead and build a castle. This castle's not ever going to happen. And there's the GG. So well played for Chobarba. He picked better fights is literally what I think this game came down to. Not a good map for me at all. Although that being said, he didn't really have a good map either. I had some decent eco raids coming in on the back, but if you're going to do an eco raid and lose your entire army in the end, it's not usually the best trade unless you were able to do a pretty significant amount of eco damage. So here's the first battle in this series. So looks like we had a win for the Magyars. And let's go ahead and check achievements. Looking at achievements, you can see military, KDR was terrible. Part of that had to do with his upgrade advantage for a significant part of the game. Largest army, pretty much the same. Eco crushed me in pretty much every stat except gold, ironically enough. But like I said, he picked better fights, he had way more villagers, he already had 3 relics. Even if this did go into the late game, it was not going to look pretty for me at all. So, hopefully you guys enjoy the video, and I will see y'all next time.